Welcome to another episode of Chalks and Crocs.
Hey, welcome back to our channel. Today I'm taking you on a campground tour of Adventures on the Gorge. It is a beautiful campus for adventures, including whitewater rafting, kayaking, ziplining, plus they have RV sites and a ton of alternate accommodations. So if you're thinking about coming to West Virginia, particularly to the new River Gorge National Park, this might be a place worth checking out. We arrived for our vacation in early spring, so it was pretty quiet while we were here, but there was still lots to check out. Let's look at the breakdown of the campus. There are three main areas: the Canyon Rim Village, the Mill Creek Village, and then the accommodations area. When you first drive in, you'll see a big parking lot, and a brown building to the side is the check-in area. We weren't sure exactly where to pull in our rig, so we just pulled on the other side of this building, but this is where everybody checks in. Here you'll get your map. You can pick up ice, firewood, and they even have an area for late check-ins. As you go around to the side, you'll come around to the playground. They did a nice job here with a big pirate ship and plenty of space for the kids to play. This section of the campground is the Canyon Rim Village. There's a lot to see here. There are a couple of different places to eat, including Chetty's Pub, Smokies on the Gorge, Java Falls Mill Creek Cafe, and a couple of other places. We enjoyed just walking around and checking out the view from this area. The store wasn't open when we were here, but it was still nice to know that there is a big store. Basically, if you're staying at this campground, you're either coming for the incredible adventures and outfitting that they offer, or you're coming because of the stunning views of the gorge, or you're coming because you just want to get away. Check out this pool that they have here. This is their Canyon Falls pool. It's 3,000 square feet, and that view cannot be beat. They have a zero entry section, they have a slide for little ones, and all kinds of other water features. The Lookout Post is their rental space where they host weddings, meetings, and other big events. It was great to just walk around and explore this beautiful campus. And here you have Smokies on the Gorge, which is a nice casual dining place with a full-service bar. They have incredible views with indoor and outdoor seating all throughout. Check out these views, just spectacular. It was really quite special to be able to stay at a campground right on the side of the new River Gorge National Park. Here's Chetty's, where we had our delicious dinner. They have outdoor seating and indoor seating. And now we're going to walk over to the other section of the park. So you'll come to a stop sign, cross a road that goes through the campground, or through the campus, I should say. And then you're going to come across more signage that will take you over to this next section of the park, which is called the Mill Creek Commons and Mill Creek Village. So there are no restaurants per se on this side, but there are lots of places for meeting up for the different excursions. So there are all meeting areas here for whitewater rafting, kayaking, zip lining, tours, and they have all kinds of information here for your meetups for all your adventures that you want. So you come right here. This is the hub for everything that you'd want to do on the New River. And right across from this hub is their aerial adventure park. So this is part of the campground right here, which is pretty cool. And adjacent to this aerial adventure park is the Rendezvous River Lodge. And this place has live music and a big bar, and TVs to watch, all of your sports or your videos of your trip. They have watch parties and stuff like that. So that's all done right here on site. They have volleyball and just tons to do. There's a general store in this section of the park as well. That's pretty large. Here's your rafting check-in area. And your coffee shop and cafe, which also has a bunch of grab-and-go items. So now we're going to continue over to where the accommodations are. So here is where the campground is, and I'm going to show you where the dump station is because it was a little confusing. So there's the treetops hiking trail there, and if you look past there, you'll see a little brown sign that says dump station, but there's no actual dump station right there. It's actually beyond this mulch pile that you see. So you have to drive down a little bit further, and there's your dump station. There's also a potable water fill there, so you can fill your water tank. So that's before you enter into the RV site section of the campground. And I should say that there are 15 RV sites here, and they're electric only. So here's where you dump, and here's where you fill up your water. So that's all right here. Okay, now we're going to continue our drive into the campground area. So you'll see a lot of different types of cabins here and tent sites. So we were in RV site 1 of 15, but all along the path you'll see small cabins, big cabins. They have cabins here that fit multiple people in them. I think 6, 7, 8 people, multiple bedrooms. So there's quite an array of accommodation types. We're going to focus here on the RV sites because that's what we stayed in. Again, super quiet while we were here. It was the first week in April. So you'll see some cabins here as you drive in. There was another water fill station there. And the cabins are beautiful, And there are tent sites here as well. Here's some more of their cabins. They have fire rings and parking available at all of them. Quiet hours here are really, really limited. I think it was like 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. are quiet hours. That's it. So I can imagine it would probably be a little noisy here when it's peak season. Okay, now we're entering over to the RV sites. So hang a left, and sites 1 to 15. We are in 1. We were the only RV here on this day. So that's us. We had a nice site. Some of the sites are really uneven, but our site was pretty even. They were all pull-throughs, and again, all electric only. They come with a picnic table, a grill, and a fire pit. Ours was 2 tiers, which was kind of neat. And we had our own garbage pail, which we've never had at a campground before. A little unlevel, but nothing too bad at all. And plenty of space. Here's a look at the pedestal. And it was 3050 amp. Okay, now what to do if you come over to this area? Well, you want to go to the new River Gorge, and here's their visitor center, and they do a great job at explaining the history, the geology, and the main features of the park. We really enjoyed the educational aspect of this particular visitor center. They also had a short film that they showed, and there were beautiful views off the rear part of this visitor center. It was very hands-on, multi-sensory, and covered a lot of key aspects of New River Gorge. And check out that view. You didn't even have to hike anywhere, and you get these great views of the new. They have a little shop and a junior ranger program. Outside, there is a little bridge walk, so you can climb down for a great view. I forget how many steps it was, but it wasn't too bad. But you go down this walkway and then down sets of stairs, and they'll take you to different viewing platforms. You don't go all the way down, but you go down a considerable amount, enough to be able to take in a really nice view of the new River Gorge Bridge. They have a beautiful kiosk with lots of great trip planning info. Part of that is this auto tour, so you download their free auto tour and you play it as you drive around.
The Sewell coal bed. The old mine shafts and tunnels are now a honeycomb of underground water passages. After spring, you are over halfway to the bottom of the
It was
gorge.
really fun and took us down underneath the bridge, and you could see people that were going on those bridge walk tours underneath the bridge. You could see them. You could see the train going by, and you could even hike down to some rocks in a little cove beach where you could watch the whitewater rafting and the kayakers come right past you. And this was really fun to do. So I would suggest getting down to the beach and just soaking in some of the vibes down there. For us, it was a little too cold to even consider a whitewater rafting trip, but look at these guys go. And again, you can do all of this stuff through Adventures on the Gorge. They are their own outfitter, and they can hook you up with shuttle service down to the river, and they have their own guides, and they'll bring you on a variety of different types of rafting tours. So there are ones that are family friendly. There are ones that are more adventurous. We definitely want to come back here when the weather's warm so we can go on our own whitewater rafting trip, especially after seeing this. Totally inspiring. The auto tour also takes you over this bridge, and this gives you the nice perspective of understanding how long it used to take to get to the other side of the new river before they built the big bridge. So it takes you down and around some really tight hairpin turns, and then this would be the bridge that everyone used to travel before they built the big new River Gorge Bridge. And there's a little walkway there. You can go out and get some really nice shots of the bridge. Now to explore some more history. Check out Exhibition Coal Mine. It's an actual old coal mine, and they give you tours in a coal car led by ex-miners. So I think our guide was a miner for 30-something years. He was fantastic. They bring you down into the mines and explain to you all about what it was like being in there and working in the mines at the time. This was a very, very awesome experience, and I highly recommend going. There's a museum involved as well, a gift shop, and a couple of other little areas to explore. It's good for all ages. And to top off your visit to this area, visit Elkmont. This is a ghost town here, an old mining town. It's worth a trip just to check it out.
In 1922.
There's still a train that runs through here. And there is a visitor center open here seasonally. So it was closed when we went there on this day. All in all, it rounded out an awesome visit to the new River Gorge area.
Thanks for watching Chocks and Crocs. Until next time, keep adventuring.